Alright.
We're about to stream warm up, so you guys just start commentating when you see like the stream pop up, and just do all that, all the player introductions, all that. That's
Okay.
cool.
Wait, give me the live stream link.
Once you see the live stream link, or once I DM it to you, or you see an announcement, that's when you guys can start talking.
No, I thought Moya was.
Yeah, Moya can't share screen. It's in the chat. You guys can start commenting. Good luck, boys. I believe you.
Alright.
Okay.
I want to hear myself.
It's muted.
I can't. Well, I can't hear the song then. It's gonna be super tripping though.
That's fine.
What? It's literally a 10-second delay or something like that.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Alright, whatever.
Oh, looks like we have a spicy warm up here, man.
Yeah. Seems like they're getting ready to do a little more. They're kind of an overkill warm up if you ask me, but honestly, it doesn't really seem like they're overall prepared. Except for maybe MrChikn, because MrChikn did give us a little follow-up about his pre-gaming.
Was warm up with the mount pool earlier? Was warm?
I think the warm-up, his warm-up was basically just the whole map pool again. We don't really have any input from Apladobi, on the other hand, but still. Give me a second, I gotta talk to Will. Alright. I'm back.
Alright. Where'd you go to the other call?
I went to the other calls to see when should we actually start becoming more professional.
You don't want to commentate the warm ups?
Honestly, no. You know?
You still want to make fun of them?
Warm-ups isn't part... Warm-up isn't part of the actual thing, right? Let me go make this. I'm gonna make the freaking video right now because I can't process anything when I'm hearing myself. All right.
Yeah, I'll
just read it for now, and then we look at the call out. All right, cool. So while we're waiting. What happened? Oh. No audio?
No audio.
I know, Moya sharing, right?
Yeah.
And it makes it easier for us to watch, but we can't hear anything.
want to discuss about the players. So MrChikn. DT Relax one trick.
Alright. Yeah, just a little more preface on the actual players that are going to be in the match.
MrChikn, Apladobi, both really good aim consistency players. Jump players.
Well, yeah, both of these players have definitely like shown their skill in a round of 8.
Both very competent in their respective areas. Both similar skill sets. It's not to see
Of course, yes.
how well they do in the maps. Majority of these maps are basically aim,
Yeah,
consistency,
so-
accuracy.
Definitely. Okay, so I think most of the history in the round of 8, like in the last bracket, was that they had a sweeping victory against each one of their respective opponents. You know,
Yes.
since I've won against Apladobi, he is
Yeah.
one. He is one to be very
Both really
a
good
respectable
players.
enemy. Yeah, both of them are very.
Can go either way.
Yeah, you can go either way, definitely. Alright, so they're going into the first warm-up, and we'll start off the introductions, like the actual formal introductions after warm-up, when they begin getting. Alright. Seems that they're not warmed up with their streaming skills yet.
Which is very important to come up this very
I
mass.
mean, most of the maps in the pool are only the tiebreaker is seen to pass 5 stars.
But these maps,
But they do have that cheekiness to each one of them.
but stream for these maps should be the hard. Very
It shouldn't be hard.
stream.
Yeah, it shouldn't be hard.
Warm ups, still important, but should be required for these maps.
Alright. So they do seem that both of them have the act to show.
yeah,
So
yeah.
okay, well. Alright, never mind. Wait a second.
MrChikn, kind of like the elephant in the room right now.
He's gonna be the underdog, you think? Because he did
They're both respectively
they're both
similar
respect-
playsets.
similar playstyles, but
But this is just warm up. We'll see when the picks up the maps.
yeah, see if they actually pick up the pace when it comes to it. Well, it is warm. I mean, they didn't practice this like specifically, so I don't expect anything from just warming up. So I don't think this is a really show of skill. This aspect. So.
Still a really big act.
It definitely is active.
A slight active,
Yeah,
right?
a slight activeness now. Yeah, but it's all about holding combos in this right now. As of now, they have really similar act when it comes to consistency. Like when they're playing out the map, I think that it's more of a combo of who decides to slide or break in that instance.
Definitely combo act game. Particular V2 act, the big game. Since most of the maps are really easy to combo, act is the most important factor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just a few mistakes that might cost a few maps. In my yep.
Flag handed. Finish with the first one with similar scores, showing strong standings already. Apladobi with a 100k difference.
Alright. So there seems that Apladobi did kind of mess up at the beginning, but he did pull through with that strong combo, max combo.
You know, I was expecting the real airman, the 7-star airman,
I was expecting the real airman.
but all I got was
Sadly disappointed in having having no showmanship when it comes to the warm up. I'm very disappointed.
I'm very disappointed too, man.
Where's the panache? Alright, this is the next warm up. Okay, time for an actual warm up. Alright. MrChikn's fine is flexing.
Okay, I see it.
Oh, okay, so we see in the chat there's what language? We're all speaking in acrylic right now. If you didn't know, we closed captioning for English though. Okay. So they're playing a real map now. Tanya? Yes?
Los. Oh. No. We're starting off.
Okay.
From what I remember, this should be a high BPM map with some aim. Interesting sliders, really fast sliders actually.
Yeah, you need to alternate in this. Seems that many people are resulting in like unstable single tapping. This.
Concern, of course.
This is a little concerning.
Both players resorting to single tapping.
Single tapping.
Interesting approach.
The high BPM you would expect them. That might be characteristic of what's gonna happen in DT, but we can't be sure. Maybe it's just they're in the mindset of the most comfortable they have in warm up.
This should be around 200 BPM or around that range, 210. Regardless, both players showing what they can do in the warm-up.
Alright, yeah, okay. So it seems that like MrChikn has played this a lot more. I think that he's the one who chose this warm-up, so these are very biased warm-up maps.
Of course.
So it just tells us a little thing that they're most likely on even footing in this round. Alright, okay. I take that back. It seems that Apladobi is pulling through with his axe. This famous axe scores.
Comes through with the better hack.
Yep.
Better combo. MrChikn bricks again.
Alright, so I have been told that we need to be a little more louder. So I'm gonna be a little more to the mic, but you might hear.
Okay. Wait, let me turn myself up.
Yeah, also turn yourself up.
Okay.
Alright, yeah, this might be a little threatening to MrChikn's case. If anyone's betting on MrChikn, it might be a little more of an upset.
Apladobi with a 700 combo break. Regardless, should be in his favor.
Definitely. It seems. Yeah, there's no way to pull through with this one, but it is warm up. You know, we can all pray.
Apladobi showing really good standings right now.
Here is a really good standing for Apladobi.
But we'll see when their picks and their roles. Both similar acts for a 3% difference. And a higher, major combo game, major combo difference. Maybe the characteristic of this this match.
Give me a second. Alright. Is it working? I think my mic kind of messed up right there.
Oh, you're fine.
Okay. Alright. So, they're starting out the bands. Okay. Alright. Welcome back. Welcome back to the round of 4 OSU tournament. Alright. So this tournament, alright, has been around. Alright, so this
A couple
tournament
weeks.
is known for a couple weeks, and we've gladly named this the Hamster Tournament, right? But the
Great
more formal
tournament.
name, yeah, the name itself is Osu Tourney for the visually impaired and mechanically disabled, otherwise known as a 6-digit tourney, brought to you by Salty of its Salty Sprinkles Corporation and produced by the ever beautiful Orez. I'm your current
yeah.
host, Migley. I'm a former prospective jumpman, now retired and homeless, and I'm here tonight with my partner, Critical.
Known as the crack speed gamer.
Yep, the crack speed. Yeah, but he was last seen in the DC metropolitan area in a black hoodie, suspected of assault of multiple people, and he's being followed by police. All right, so tonight we are seeing the awaited round of 4 with our first match, which we will be seeing MrChikn, the prodigy of Blacksburg. He is the light at the end of the tunnel for our old members in this server, against Apladobi, a not really fairly commoner in this server. He's more of a specter of the tourney. He's more of the Black Knight, as you say. So we will be seeing who will be the most consistent, accurate, technical, athletic, and handsome in this best of 5 match.
So first 2 bands we got DT2, speed map, alt map, no bond 1.
They do not like DT apparently.
No bond 1, MrChikn. Consistency map seems not a big comfortable map. First pick we got no mod 7.
No mod 7.
Tech map.
So,
We'll see how
before
they'll
we
go.
start this match, how you feeling? How you feeling, Crits?
I'm feeling great about this turning, man. I feel like it could be turned either way to whoever
Turn it
player.
right. Yeah, I think this is a flip of a dime. This is razor thin. They have really similar skill levels, but Apladobi does have a difference in his act and is seen in the warm-ups.
So we're gonna get started with the first match.
In the first match.
Text and streams. Not very hard. Sliders.
Tell me which one is it?
No mod 7?
No mod 7? Okay, so no mod 7 was... Well, so anyways, this map was made by Ginga and Sanjay. Thank you for mapping this.
Thank you, dude.
So
Apladobi fights are pretty.
Yeah, huge thanks. Alright.
But Apladobi with the act difference.
Yep. So this is a high finger control and little light tech for this map, but it seems that...
Tech streams.
Yeah. But it seems that both of them... Oh. Okay.
MrChikn breaks?
Yeah, MrChikn breaks, but it's pretty early on, so we don't need to worry too much about how he's going to do, because he can easily pull through with some of the combo farm in this part.
Apladobi.
Okay, so he's broken again. So Apladobi is being the most consistent here, and
Still home combo with a higher act.
he's definitely holding a lot more combo now. The only thing that MrChikn can really actually do as of now, because it's halfway through the map already, and Apladobi does break. Okay. Alright, so he does have a chance at the end. There is hope for MrChikn to pull through and at least get a slight margin higher if everything lines and like the stars align for him.
Apladobi breaks
so
again.
they do have
MrChikn finds another break.
Yeah. So they do have difficulty in keeping up with the actual sliders, and he does miss a note. So they're all.
Looks like the nerves.
Yeah,
Getting to them.
Yeah, you see
The
that there's some
streams.
cursor dancing.
Yeah. the streams, hard game. Doubles, you have the finger control come in.
Alright, so Apladobi does take this, and he does have a 3% greater difference in accuracy compared to MrChikn.
Apladobi takes the
But
first map with a strong showing.
This is one of the notorious maps for no mod, so you know we can't
Tech
really say
maps.
too much. Yeah,
Back
Yeah.
that game.
I think tech maps is one of the biggest threats to 6 digits, especially within the caliber that we're in right now.
Already showing how much a menace he is. Showing a really good standing right now.
Yep,
See
yep.
what Apladobi has picked next.
Okay, Apladobi goes for no mod 4. Okay.
Oh, no more for the
No mod
another
4.
tech and stream map.
Another tech and stream map. So they're
This
so,
map relatively
yeah.
relatively easy map. Consistency, you can call it. Not that hard. Not that hard.
Yeah.
Not that hard
but
to act.
I think Apladobi might have some ulterior motives in choosing this map because he does see that he does have a tech advantage over MrChikn. So maybe he's trying to utilize getting a head start by choosing the tech maps first. What do you think about that?
Definitely could be what he's thinking. But we have to see.
We gotta get inside his head.
Relatively
Yeah,
easy
relatively
to
easy start. Yep.
should be relatively easy throughout the whole map too.
I think so
Just
too.
have to see. Ak is the game here.
Ak is the game, definitely the game in this map, until you hit at least like the mid part of the song. And then it's whoever breaks slider.
Breaking any part of the song is detrimental.
Apladobi does seem to have an advantage with his the current standing right now. And yeah,
Mr.
it's only
Chicken
gonna
breaks.
get larger as MrChikn breaks.
He finds another break.
He does see another break.
Apladobi still with like really good acting combo.
Apladobi
Holding on the combo.
He's holding on freaking dead man's grip on his combo game. And he's maintaining a healthy gap between the scores between Apladobi and MrChikn. Have you changed any of your opinions on the outcome of this match? Critical.
I still believe he can go either way, but right now it's not looking too hot for MrChikn.
Having my doubts, but there's definitely room for a comeback. And
Indeed.
as you know, that we love to see the upset because MrChikn is Apladobi was seed 1 in the last round of 8.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was number 1 in qualifiers, and so he has had a comfortable start. Definitely a more advantageous start for most people. And you know, maybe that's because he's more skillful, but who knows?
Apladobi still with FE.
Yeah, he kind of does struggle with that 100 stream.
Low rack, but
Okay.
combo is the game here. MrChikn another break, and that seems like it's gonna be it for him.
Yeah, Apladobi, it seems to be coming that he's going to FC this map, and that's very scary for him. He might be on a roll. He might. Oh, okay.
Mr. Apladobi
Kind
controls it.
Yeah,
Finally
a few chokes, but that's not enough to give
But
MrChikn any breathing room at all.
That's doesn't matter for MrChikn, and Apladobi takes the second win.
Definitely something that we did not expect. We expected Apladobi to get an FC, but maybe this choke might have affected his mental, maybe to some extent. But I think he's going to be continuing on with this trend of nearly FCing most of the maps. MrChikn does have an uphill battle though, but you know we have seen him definitely outshine many people in different maps because of his specialties.
If a Nomad 6 coming out, because this is the aim map.
Nomad 6 is coming out, so MrChikn might be able to pull through if he has more experience or overall better consistency, or yeah.
We'll see.
So he needs to out consistency him, or he might have practiced the map long enough to know the awkward areas within the map. This map is kind of.
This map is very awkward.
Yeah, very awkward.
The sliders can be a bit annoying, but nothing too rough for these players.
Nothing too rough. Yes. So it does seem that there might be a slight
Beginning should be
Yeah,
easy. FE
beginning
for
should
them,
be
real
easy,
quick.
man.
Both rocking Ack. If they continue.
All healthy act,
Oh.
but Apladobi is pulling through with a slightly larger act than MrChikn, which might be
Because
detrimental. When
MrChikn.
yeah. So there's a lot more wiggle room for Apladobi to have, especially in this aspect when there is going to be some more awkward positioning with sliders in the future. So he
Looks
does have
like
a lot,
it's-
yeah. So there's more room for him to struggle.
It's like it's just an Ack battle from here on out.
Yep. Oh, MrChikn's pulling through with better act. And it seems that none of them are having really issues on missing any notes, so, you know, it might be you pull clear. But who knows, you know, I hopefully Caster Curse is applicable to me.
No way.
Alright, okay.
Both still showing really good.
Both of
Real
them are
good
really
sign.
feeling this map. Maybe they have had a lot of practice on this map respectively. But who knows. This is more of a practice
No.
map anyways. You can't really expect certain awkward, like the little awkward positionings. Up
Indeed.
and connections. weird.
Laggy?
Okay. Oh, there's. Oh,
MrChikn 5-3 breaks.
wait. But he does seem that he still has the combo. 600.
Wait,
combo.
wait, what was that?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was merely a figment of our imagination, ladies and gentlemen. I think we are
I,
overseeing potential. Okay, so
I'm
it
sorry,
seems like
everyone.
he didn't break. And if you saw anything
Disregard
else,
that comment.
Disregard that comment because he is still on fire, and so is Apladobi. It's completely up to the act
2%
gods.
Ack game.
We must pray to the act gods. Right.
Both players still holding on to FE. But the Ack difference is
Yeah,
there.
The act difference is there, and it definitely is in the favor of MrChikn.
And,
MrChikn continues to have the combo. There is no reason for him to say that he won't win this.
Shouldn't be more difficult from this part on forward. Map is
Part forward.
relatively easy throughout the whole map.
Relatively simple, yeah, it is very relatively simple at the end. And Apladobi kind of messes with the last burst of notes, and he does get a few hundreds on that.
We're coming towards the end of the map.
Yep, and MrChikn is. So I think MrChikn's advantage is that he's better at consistency overall. If you give him the time and give him that breathing room that tech maps don't really grant you, he's going to achieve higher act than Apladobi.
Yeah, I agree. It's just consistency is the game here, and looks like MrChikn with the Ack difference is gonna pull
Chicken have
out.
these in hearts, have these in spades. My bad.
Looks like MrChikn
Yep.
gonna pull through with the better Ack.
Better act. Yep, he has the better act. And wait, Apladobi does have now have a advantage. Oh, okay. It's very close. It's very close. Extremely close. A
Very
1K
close.
margin. A 1K margin by a 1K score. They
Really,
both had S's. There was no misses. It was completely up to act. Aokakun definitely blessed MrChikn before this match. Definitely.
indeed.
There's no
Both-
other way. That was 1K, legit 1K. That was one of the closest games that I've seen within every single one of these matches.
Both players showing really good standings. Both pulled through FC, but Ack is the game here. Combo.
Ack is definitely the game here, and MrChikn pulls through with one map under his belt.
Indeed.
Just by
Well,
judging that, if he continues this trend, he will definitely take more. But if Apladobi does have like that, if Apladobi does take that hint about the tech and bursting, he might be able to pull a fast one and get maybe in the net some like sneaky two more maps, at the very least, if he knows what he's doing.
So we got Nomad 2 next.
So Nomad 2.
We got a
can't
stream map.
say, yeah. There's a
Aim
lot
map.
of streams. There's definitely a lot of bursts and streams there. There's aim. So I think Apladobi might have a slight advantage here, but we don't know for sure.
Definitely consistency map all around. MrChikn. Both can go either way. Just have to see.
Definitely.
Not very difficult
Alright,
map.
going
Very
into the game, man. You know, I'm feeling a little shaken up from MrChikn, but I know that he might have slight issues with bursting. That's the only thing that I have. Apladobi, we don't know too much
I
about
think
him in
they,
the skill
both
level
should do fine.
compared to MrChikn. So
It's
yeah, they
particularly
both should
MrChikn
theoretically be fine.
freaking. Yeah, I've been practicing them recently. I think it shouldn't have a problem with them.
Oh, and
Chicken finds an early break.
very bleak, but the song is definitely longer than most of them, so you know, there's still room for him to come back, recuperate his losses. Oh, MrChikn breaks again. App and Apladobi is pulling through with that considerably higher combo rate. As far as I know, I don't really remember them being a really generous combo farm around the midpoint, but if he's able to deal with all those bursts, MrChikn might be able to pull through.
There's one section with the jumps which are pick up in the BPM. Might be considered the hardest part in my opinion. But you have to see.
Yeah, well, if they're judging by jumping skills between Apladobi and MrChikn, I think MrChikn might have a success rate higher than Apladobi when it comes to jumping. As we oh, okay, Apladobi does break, so there is hope for MrChikn to pull through.
MrChikn finds a nerve and misses.
Another misses. Before I could finish my sentence.
The caster curse, man.
Caster curse is definitely a continuity.
MrChikn with the shake.
And MrChikn is definitely having a lot more on his plate if he wants to pull through. But his act is definitely looking better than Apladobi.
As we come through the first half of the map, it doesn't look like it's gonna get any more harder than this.
And then it becomes a lot more tamed. But, you know, I think there's only one thing that we can expect, and just bad luck now. And they might miss or break a slider.
10 combo difference.
10 combo
but the act, MrChikn has the better act.
I don't think the act would save him, since he did have a few breaks that kind of messed with the map.
Third break.
Yep.
Did really hurt him.
I did really mess with the clear of the map. So it seems that Apladobi will get this, unless there's a huge misfortune on Apladobi's part where he brain lags, because it's not really hard. Okay.
Apladobi finds a miss. MrChikn still with a combo.
MrChikn's holding up the combo.
Will be enough. We have to come towards the end.
And he's pulling up. He's pulling up with the freaking combo, dude.
MrChikn
he breaks and he
finds another miss.
Oh my! And he nearly upsets with this map.
MrChikn
and he pulls up again. And he pulls up again, and he gets Apladobi accidentally overstreams those last bursts to give MrChikn that lead that he needed. Definitely.
MrChikn with the comeback with the better combo game.
Never expected before.
MrChikn with the combo game and the act difference.
Oh, MrChikn actually pulled through, so that was a tight one, a tight margin again. Okay, so MrChikn has the choice to choose a map now, and I think MrChikn understands his position, so he has a lot to choose from now. And he chooses DT1.
DT1
might be a little.
Should not be that hard. DT1.
Yeah, it's definitely a consistency map. Yeah, so.
192 BPM.
192. Yeah, definitely. Okay.
Should be both doable for both players, but we have to see.
Yeah.
The jumps a bit awkward, but we have to see.
We both
tied. Both tied in 2-2. Both showing really good scores and standings right now.
I think MrChikn's finally getting over those like lingering nerves. So I think that he definitely has a huge advantage mentally now. If Apladobi is willing to testing, okay. Is there a little lagging? Alright, so Apladobi's keeping up with that combo. And MrChikn's having a rough start right now though.
Apladobi with the SS so far. Never mind. both of FCs.
Both of the FCs, but MrChikn's kind of flagging behind in combo, which is everything when it comes to consistency.
We have to see in this upcoming part.
Yeah, this is a very difficult part though.
MrChikn finds a break.
Yeah. Maybe it was his bad decision to choose this DT map, but who knows? Maybe he could pull through. I think MrChikn definitely has room to work with here because
Still looks
what
really
we did
bad.
last performance, but it does look kind of dark right now. But who knows? Apladobi does break. Apladobi does break, and MrChikn now
Chicken.
has that opening for him to actually pull through. Okay.
MrChikn with a better acting combo.
MrChikn better act, better combo. If he manages to hold that, then we might see another upset. Oh, okay. So both of them break.
MrChikn finds both of them break.
Both of them break, so they're both on even playing ground for now. But with Apladobi with a little more of an advantage because he has more wiggle room.
Looks like we're halfway through this map and it's not looking very good for MrChikn.
MrChikn's consistency though is off the charts right now. Like, it's just a matter of time before he will out-act when it comes to like the length of the map. So I think that he does have that room. Okay, so he does break.
He finds another break. I think that's it for MrChikn.
Yeah, I think it is for him. I think it is closing for this map. But you know, it's a very, very close game anyways, because each of them have 2 maps under their belt. And it's a best of 5 with the tiebreaker. I don't think if they reach tiebreaker, it's going to be unknown territory for me, because I did not expect to have to review a tiebreaker.
Tiebreaker is definitely a consistent map. Yeah, I think that's MrChikn.
Okay, so MrChikn has has two scenarios that he would want. Okay, he either succeeds in the other maps and wins, or he wants to see tiebreaker. Apladobi has one path where he wants to just completely upset most. No, not upset maps, but he powers through most of the maps that he's better at with the skill wise. Okay, so I think if he just focus on the tech or faster BPMs, he might be able to to push ahead of MrChikn. But if MrChikn's able to hold on tight enough and get a few more maps, tiebreaker would definitely be in his favor.
Apladobi with 200,000 score difference.
Yeah, it was looking kind of grim, but
3-2.
well, Apladobi did miss 4, but it was all because he kept a strong early combo. So MrChikn, if he kept the combo a little longer, it would have been a nice even playing. So Apladobi chooses no mod 3. Do you have any ideas on how that's gonna end? How is that gonna add up to
no mod 3
performance?
Low BPM. I don't know how both players are comfortable with low BPM, but low BPM it's pretty tough. 140 BPM in general.
Yeah.
Dreams.
Okay. Yeah.
We just have to see how good their finger control is.
And finger control is something that we don't really focus on skill-wise, but is a very important playing piece now. So it depends on if we see. I think just from what we've seen before, Apladobi is better at tech usually, so he might have a better chance at succeeding in the finger control aspect as well, because they go hand in hand.
High CS. This map has a CS of 5.2 with BPM 140. We just have to see how they handle this map.
Yep. Alright, so I think there is a lag or latency. Doesn't seem like this map is starting. Are you seeing any issues? Let me check the other stream as well. It doesn't seem to be started yet, so we'll just wait.
Let's get a while.
Completely fine with me. Okay. So what we've seen so far, it's very, very even. I think it's just extremely even. I think that once they weeded out the weak people, such as you and me, there's a lot more room for healthy competition. So now I think like to be more comparative, it's just hamsters of the same size, 2 guinea pigs fighting instead of a hamster just getting mauled by a guinea pig. Right?
Which is us, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately we were dwarf hamsters when it comes to them, and it's Teddy time. And
we can survive.
Chicken cannot lose this. Oh, it doesn't seem that. Okay, there you go. Oh. Seems that we are having technical issues with the production team, but they're going to get there as soon as possible to fix this issue. Alright, so we can speak about the whole grand scheme of this tournament now. This tournament, so what to expect next in the finals if one of them... Oh, okay.
Looks like
Mr.
we're getting
There's
away.
MrChikn's against MrChikn in this one, as you see. I wonder who
Okay,
will win. MrChikn is pulling through with MrChikn lagging behind a little bit. MrChikn is going to.
MrChikn with.
This is holding, both of them holding really high accuracy. And Apladobi is nowhere to be seen. Maybe he's spectating this round. I don't know.
MrChikn is pulling through.
MrChikn is pulling through.
100,000 score difference.
It does seem that he have a so MrChikn does have a 100 score difference, and now we say Apladobi, and Apladobi breaks. So I think MrChikn definitely wins this.
MrChikn.
Yeah. Okay. So now we see that both of them. All right. Cool. Sorry about that. Little hiccup. It's probably not going to happen as frequently anymore since we're getting more back into it. Yep. So MrChikn does pull through with the 3-on-3. So we're definitely might be able to see that tiebreaker that MrChikn wants.
MrChikn shows some really good standing, 96% accuracy.
96. I gotta say that's definitely a really good feat for Nomad. What was it? 3?
Very impressive for low BPM. I could only muster a solid 85% on the map. Considering MrChikn's level, I say that's pretty good.
I consider that guinea pig level right there, folks. This rat race has become a guinea pig race.
And it looks like they may have run out of maps.
They might have run out of maps.
Perhaps.
So will they go straight into tiebreaker for the best of 4 instead?
Oh no,
so
never mind.
They haven't done No, they haven't done Nomad 1.
No, never mind.
Yeah, and Nomad 2 either. I don't think.
We got DT3 coming out.
Yeah, DT3. Okay, I thought they banned. Pretty sure they. Whatever. Okay. Not sure which ones they banned.
It was DT2.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. DT2 was DT2 and what else?
Nomad 1.
Nomad 1. Okay. That's a really strange pick to ban Nomad 1, but if it was Apladobi, that would make more sense.
Nomad 3. DT3.
So back on DT3. DT3.
We got 176 streams. Stream heavy. Very stream heavy.
Yeah, very stream heavy.
Yeah, one part with the very hard part.
Yeah, and MrChikn doesn't seem to be. We don't see his stream, but hopefully that'll be fixed soon. The streams in this one is very. Oh, okay.
Looks like we're having
there you go.
A bit of issues.
So they're very close in the combo.
Should be one part where the stream or at least 10 notes, more than 10 notes. See how they fare on that.
Okay, yep. They're okay, so Apladobi messes up. Oh, and so does MrChikn. But MrChikn is clearly ahead with his AC being at least 3% higher. So 30%. He definitely has that control, and that he has the control over the match. If he just holds on to that lead, we're definitely going to see a highly advantageous victory for MrChikn in the future.
Apladobi finds a break again. MrChikn finds a break.
This is the condition that MrChikn wants. He needs that advantage to either get him to tiebreaker or just straight up win the whole.
MrChikn finds another break.
Okay, MrChikn finds another break, but Apladobi is still lagging behind with his accuracy.
MrChikn
and Apladobi does write GG, so his mentality has gone down. And Apladobi does break. Apladobi definitely breaks.
With 40,000 K points.
All right, and it ends the serve, and MrChikn
like,
gets another map.
And it looks like that's match point. That's match point.
That is match point. That is match point. So Apladobi needs to win 2 in a row, or MrChikn needs to win 1. And Apladobi is going to be at a disadvantage if MrChikn gets to round of 5 for the tiebreaker. So this is definitely an extremely close one if it was to go down to that point.
And we should have one more map after this.
We should have one more map to take whoever takes it. Whoever takes it is the winner. If they were to go against either or against the other bracket, we know that they're going to be at the advantage. Either one of these guys will be at an advantage for the next time. So
we'll see if Apladobi is able to make it a tiebreaker.
Yeah, he'll either make it a tiebreaker, or we're going to see that MrChikn just straight up win. But this is the closest game that we have had in this tournament. Most of these games that we've been having have been 5-0s, and in the rare occasions 5-1s. So this is definitely a very suspect game, very high profile when it comes to actual skill comparisons. So they are choosing the last map, which is, if I were to call Nomad 2, or have we? No, we already done that one. Sorry.
There's no mod 5.
Nomad
Low
5.
AR.
So it's the AR8 one, correct?
Yes.
All right. So
Complex rhythms, reading.
yeah, complex rhythm, and this song is definitely on the longer end. So MrChikn is at advantage when it comes to consistency. And
Song is rough.
yeah,
Oh,
and we see it right now that he is keeping with a very strong act. I think Apladobi has acknowledged his mentality has gone down. So MrChikn is both mentally and mechanically in the better part.
MrChikn showing really good standing with his act right now.
And he's feeling himself right now.
He's very feeling himself.
He's feeling
Apladobi.
himself. I gotta say, I was surprised that Apladobi hasn't been performing as far that he has been in the past. But
MrChikn finds a break.
MrChikn does find a break, but that won't really spell his end because of his act. So if he continues to act, even if Apladobi does get that extra 100 combo, I think if they were to continue on this path, MrChikn has an extremely large margin that he can work with.
Both players, they're holding on to a combo.
Alright.
Similar acts now. MrChikn finally dropping his half.
MrChikn is finding he's having some crack within the concrete.
But keeping up his act.
Yep.
Apladobi still dropping a bit.
Apladobi is keeping that combo though, and that combo is going to save him a lot of the headache that it comes when it comes to the nearing the end.
MrChikn finds another break.
Yeah, MrChikn finds another break. So I think that this might be a very difficult one to come back by. So we will. There's a high chance that we will see a tiebreaker here.
Indeed.
Extreme tiebreaker, and that's extremely.
Yeah, it looks like we are on our way to a tiebreaker. Both players still showing good signs of.
MrChikn is having difficulties in getting these triples though. It seems that he is kind of. Yeah.
MrChikn finds the nerve guy. I think that might be it for Apladobi.
Yep. So
I mean, MrChikn.
Apladobi has seen some. I think Apladobi just has more experience in AR8 than. Oh, and Apladobi does break.
That's another miss, but
that won't do anything for him.
The combo game.
The combo game. His combo game was too strong at the beginning for him to have any difficulties ending the game with his victory.
We're about nearing the end of that map.
It seems that there's a lot of Apladobi supporters in chat. So it has seemed that the Apladobi stands are coming out for tonight.
And we just have to see how they do with the tiebreaker.
See how this will go in the tiebreaker now. Quite frankly, I'm scared right now. I'm scared of who will win. Because if Apladobi wins, we're not going to get a interview, I don't expect. So,
indeed. Yeah. Regardless, still a really good match between both players. Really good.
This is definitely one of the closest and most invigorating competitions that we've seen.
Indeed. And now it's near end of that. MrChikn's combo is not enough. Apladobi
near like 180k difference in.
And Apladobi is going to force the tiebreaker.
Oh, okay.
Apladobi showing good stand with a B rank.
Right,
and we're gonna go to tiebreaker.
We're going to tiebreaker, guys. All right, so the victor, whoever wins this tiebreaker, will be in the final stages against whoever was the strongest hamster in the other bracket. Before starting off, we will have okay. So like before going into tiebreaker, let's have a moment of silence for the elections, as well for Betty White.
Betty White.
She ain't dead, but I know it's coming up. All right. So, you know, a little intermission right now as they're getting ready for the tiebreaker. Just a little moment of silence for whoever's going to win. Okay, they're saying no.
No? Okay.
Whoever's going to win now is just going to take it. It's a winner takes all now.
This is a 5-minute map.
This is a 5-minute map, 5 stars. And
this is all about consistency. Streams are part of this game. Aim, it's all it.
I'm not quite sure any one of them have practice this map because they did not expect a tiebreaker. But,
Aim,
you know,
aims,
it's straight aim.
consistency.
And
Mid-
Apladobi
Apladobi
breaks.
finds the first
Apladobi
miss.
finds the first miss. Oh, yep.
MrChikn still with a really
Mr.
good
Chick-
hack.
yeah, Mr.
Apladobi
Chicken is
finds
pulling
another break.
through. Apladobi is doesn't seem like he's been practicing. I think MrChikn has found that contingency that he needed.
MrChikn still holding a combo, really good hack.
As I said before, that MrChikn wanted this tiebreaker, and I think he's succeeding in that promise.
But this is still a 5-minute
Oh, and
map.
Mr.
It can
Chicken
go either.
breaks.
MrChikn
Yeah.
finds another miss.
And it's very difficult to say who's gonna pull out on top right now. Yeah, it is a 5-minute map, so there is room for upsets here. But it
MrChikn
seems that
finds a break.
Yeah, MrChikn does find another break, but they're definitely still in that margin.
MrChikn finds 2 breaks.
MrChikn finds that 2 break.
It looks like Apladobi finds. MrChikn finds
Yeah.
another break.
Apladobi's lead is widening by the second right now.
MrChikn looks like he's.
Oh man, Apladobi breaks.
Apladobi finds another miss.
Now we need to see MrChikn pull through with the combo and the act, which is going to be very difficult. But right now it's a combo farm, so we might see some success from MrChikn when it comes to that because he has the combo lead at the moment.
At this point, MrChikn has to hope for a break and keep comboing. Because the act.
Oh,
It's
MrChikn!
really-
Wait, Apladobi does break. Apladobi has seen a break in that combo farm.
MrChikn still holding on that combo. And we're about.
Apladobi's
quarter
and
of Mr.
Apladobi
Chicken.
breaks, and he was close. He was on the path. He was on that pipeline to get to Apladobi's lead. But as we see, he sadly breaks. So there is
Apladobi.
a 50k up. So there's a 50k lead for Apladobi at the moment. And
Apladobi
all we
still
can
strong.
do is expect some miracle or some pop-off material right here.
As we get in the halfway of the match, Apladobi with a better act, better combo.
Yeah, definitely.
MrChikn needs to hope for a break soon. Because combo is the game now for MrChikn.
And correct me if I'm not wrong, even for the loser, they are going to be the loser brackets, correct?
Indeed. Third
Yeah,
place.
So there will be third place. Well, second. Yeah, third place.
MrChikn finds another break. Shaking!
Yeah, there is some shaking. There is some cursor dancing, and I think Apladobi has considerably calmed. Is considerably more
Chicken
calm, so yeah.
It's finding all the breaks. Apladobi still with a combo.
Oh, and it doesn't seem too good for MrChikn at the moment.
And that as we get 3/4 of the match,
MrChikn is
MrChikn's cursing dancing.
So it seems that there will be no victory for the Black
And
Squirrel.
as we finish up that anticlimactic, Mr. Apladobi finds a break, but I don't think it matters.
It seems to matter. I don't think MrChikn is aware of that break, and since he's been cursor dancing, it doesn't seem like he won't pull through for this map. I think we're on the way to consider the specter of the tourney. Apladobi will be pushing into the finals.
And as we near the end of this map, and it looks like it's about to be wrapped up with the 100k difference. Apladobi with a better combo game, and MrChikn. Okay, it's just cursing dancing for the rest of the map. It's gonna be closed out.
So MrChikn has resigned. He's become complacent with his position in the tournament now, and he will
Really
see
well
him
played
next
by both players.
season,
Yes,
yes,
really well played.
very well played by each player.
Both players showing strong team 4-4. Apladobi taking the win. And MrChikn breaking once again, but I don't think it matters. Apladobi.
So we feel so currently in the tournament so far, most of the seeds, the higher seeds, have been winning. There has been no upsets in the seed yet. So hopefully we might see one in the future, but I think if we follow trends now, we will expect Apladobi to be at a high advantage for the first place in the finals.
And first
So-
occurrence of a tiebreaker in
Yeah,
the whole
first-
tournament.
Yeah, first non
Non-stop.
the Wow. Okay.
And
So it
we
was the first non-tradition to do tiebreaker. So this was the first competitive tiebreaker that we had in this game. And
Apladobi,
it is seen in the scores that Apladobi clearly has taken this and secured the bag.
Apladobi will move on to the finals, and then we'll see his opponent win the next
So
match between.
as far as I know, the Louisiana players have now overrun. Well, actually no, I take that back. All right, so the victor. All right, so the victor here is Apladobi, and I don't think that he would accept an interview. So why don't we speak to MrChikn?
Regardless,
So,
both really great
regardless,
performance.
MrChikn. Let's someone move him in, please, so we can have a proper conversation with him. No one? Okay. Do we have to? Let me go talk to one of the production teams. All right, MrChikn.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, we've seen your play potential, and you've seen that you've brought up a tough opposition against the first seed.
Yes.
And it seems that it was remarkable. You had a remarkable. Oh, and Apladobi is here. Apladobi.
Hey, Apple. Howdy.
Hello.
Hello.
How did you
Welcome.
both feel? I would like to say,
How'd you
really
both
close
feel?
match. Really well played by both players, both sides.
I thought it was
Very
going to be a
bad.
5-0, like a 5-2 on either side, but I didn't expect to go to the tiebreaker. That's why I never practiced the tiebreaker at all. And I think that's what lost me.
So we were talking about how I don't think any of us would expect a tiebreaker, so
Yeah.
they had the least amount of practice.
First
So what-
occurrence, tiebreaker.
So how did you feel when Apladobi? How did you feel when he got the upper hand in the 4 map in the Pokemon map, DT3?
I mean, for that one, I kind of expected to lose because that was
Yeah.
my worst map other than the one I banned, I think.
Oh, yeah, that was my worst also. That and Polygon, my 2 worst.
Yeah.
All right.
But
So
it was scary throughout the whole thing, I guess.
okay. So are these the first time that you guys are speaking to each other?
Actually, yeah,
Or-
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
So-
we've DM'd a little bit, but
Alright. So now that you secured the win, Apladobi, how do you feel about the next opposition of either whoever wins for a round of 4 on this other bracket part? I think it's Aoke-kun and Joni. Do
Yeah.
you think you're at a really high advantage right now for being the first seed? So what do you expect?
I think the seeds are a bit misleading because MrChikn definitely should be higher. I feel like.
Alright.
thank you.
So
I
really,
appreciate the humility. Alright. So yeah, very good coming from both of you guys. MrChikn, how do you feel about how close the game was?
Oh, yeah, I loved it. The thing is, I sort of feel bad saying this, but it wasn't really fun 5-0ing my last match. But yeah, this is the most fun I've actually had in OSU in a while. Just because there's so much stress that comes with it, and you have to make sure you're actually playing the game correctly. And did you notice my cursor shaking a lot?
Yeah,
it only became apparent in the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
you're really nervous, man.
Yeah. So yeah, it was just really fun having an
But
intense
we're-
match like this.
That's very good coming from both of you guys. So it does seem that we've narrowed down the actual skill pool to something more competitive, especially with all the dwarf hamsters out of the thing. So now there's just a bunch of guinea pigs in the fight. All right, so very good coming from both of you guys. And MrChikn, how do you feel about being in the losers bracket for the next one? Do you think
Wait, there's a
You
losers
have-
bracket?
there's loser bracket to
Nice.
find 3rd place? Because we need to have
Doable. Doable.
Doable. Okay,
Think
doable.
doable?
Alright, perfect.
Definitely doable.
Yeah, perfect. Okay.
Who do you
So-
predict the loser would be, MrChikn?
Okay. I don't know their playstyles, but I'd have to say of what I do know, Faith is more consistent. I don't know Joni's at all, so yeah, don't take my well, take what I'm saying with a grain of salt.
Do you share the same?
understand.
Do you share the same predictions, Apladobi?
Sorry, I kind of.
Do you think so? You're not really. I don't think you're that familiar with the other 2 players within the other bracket.
No.
So no. Okay. So I don't think that it would be fair for you to answer that question.
Okay, yeah, then same over
Okay.
here.
So, MrChikn, okay. So seeing Apladobi's playstyle, do you think even going against either Joni or Faith, do you think he will who's going to have the advantage in that aspect?
were you nervous going against me this match?
Yeah, definitely. After
Do you think
like the first few.
do you think you'll be more nervous going against people of a somewhat higher seed, higher skill level?
Yeah, probably a lot more nervous.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be the same for their side too. So I feel like it might be it's gonna be the same outcome. I feel like it's gonna go to at least 7, 8 matches, but I think Apple's gonna win it all.
Okay,
Oh.
alright.
Okay.
Very respectable to
Yeah,
have
very
that,
respectable.
have that opinion. Alright, so, you know, since I've held you long enough, you have any closing remarks on the tournament or the games that you've had? Like, what was your favorites, maybe your least favorite parts? Or maybe just even like a message to the fellow people who are watching. Do you have anything?
Uh,
Anything to say?
Oh, I actually do.
Okay, go ahead. You have
shout
a lot
out-
of fans, in your chat.
Shout out to Byron, who's watching and asked me to shout him out.
Alright.
Uh,
Okay.
Shout out to the lunch table gang, who's all watching and supporting me. Apparently, I didn't know that many people cared about my
Let
match.
that be known that Apladobi sees you and he and he loves you. Alright, lunch table gang. Okay. How about you? How about you, Mr.
Oh man,
Chicken?
I really have to think about how to say this, but it really comes from my heart when I say this. But make sure to follow my Twitch at
Okay.
twitch.tv.
Alright, we're going to
No,
end
no,
it
no, no,
there.
Let
We're
the
going
plug
to
in.
end
Let
it there.
the plug. Twitch.tv. Okay, you see twitch.tv/that1chicken. That is DAT